Welcome to Kids on Trucks. I'm Chris. This is Waylon. We're working on a 1978 Toyota Land Cruiser, and today we're fixing a fuel tank leak. You're gonna need a few things to track down your fuel leak. We've just got an assortment of tools here. The fuel tank in these Land Cruisers is located underneath the passenger seat. And if you look here, we've got this wet spot and we've got a really bad stench of fuel in the cab. So we're gonna pull the passenger seat out and remove the fuel tank cover and see what's leaking under there. So we've got the seat removed and the cover for the fuel tank taken off, and we're looking for any obvious signs of leakage, and we're seeing a few signs. Looks like where the fuel sender or the float is at. Yep, right there. Looks like that's been leaking. Looks like this old garden hose I put on here a few years ago has been leaking. I don't think gasoline and garden hose are meant to work together, but this hose has served us well up until now. Since we've got it all taken apart, I'm gonna go ahead and check this fuel sender to see if it's working, because the fuel level gauge on the dashboard does not work. It always says it's empty. So we're just gonna pop this out of here and then use our multimeter to check resistance on it and see if it's doing what it's supposed to do. So now that we've got our float removed, the first thing we're going to want to check is to make sure there's no continuity between here and here. So you'll set your multimeter on continuity like so, and when the two leads of the multimeter touch, they make a sound. One lead on here. So good, we're not getting any continuity. That's what we want to see. So now we'll put it on the ohm symbol so we can check the resistance and see if the resistance changes. You got it? Okay. Is it good? Is it changing? Hard to, is it hard to tell? Yeah? Is it working? Yeah? So if you watch the resistance on that multimeter as I move this float, you can see that the resistance is changing, which in turn should send a changing signal to the fuel gauge, but that's not happening. So That tells me there's a break in the wire or something wrong with the fuel gauge itself. So we'll investigate that further later. Good job, Waylon. So we're gonna have to go into town and get some gasket material so we can replace the gasket that was on the fuel sender. And we're gonna grab a couple other things so we can get this fuel tank all patched up. And we'll pick this up tomorrow. So it's been a day and we seem to have fixed the gas tank leaks. We put some new gasket material around the fuel sender and we Teflon taped the fitting here on the tank and replaced this hose. And it seems as though the leak has stopped. The fumes have definitely subsided, so I think we fixed the problem. Make sure you check out our sponsors, Cool Cruisers of Texas, online at coolcruisers.com. And that's all we've got for this episode. Thanks for watching. Say bye, Waylon.